Where is Michael? You see how he ignores me?
He's in the kitchen.
It doesn't matter. Do you understand?
Hi, Angela. It's your husband, Michael. I'm just here to calmly tell you that I love you and I care about you, and I am so happy that I came here to live with you in the United States. Okay. I think it's also your shot in pool. You're kind of holding up the game here.
And you are the problem.
All right, maybe put down the pool cue. Alright, so not only is Angela terrorizing Michael, but she's now terrorizing a house full of people. And keep in mind, it's not like they're all normal people, it's full of toxic people in terrible relationships, and yet they're all cowering in the corner in fear. When everyone else first showed up before Angela got there, they were talking about her like she was some sort of devastating tsunami that was gonna show up and destroy everything. Everyone was just kind of whispering amongst each other like, oh, do you think she's really coming? Do you think the security could possibly handle this? I hope this building is structurally sound, you know? Like, what are we gonna do if there's an emergency? Are they prepared for something like this? Was this built with her in mind?
There she is.
Whoa.
Angela.
Why are you sitting in here?
Because
Why?
I don't know, maybe let him say one thing, just one time. That's the thing, is if Angela actually just calmed down and acted like a normal person for once and let Michael talk, they would probably realize that he is lying about a lot of things. But anytime he tries to say a single word, she just loses her mind and gets in his face and screams and yells, so you just can't help but feel bad for him, regardless of what's happening. She acts like everybody else is supposed to know what she's talking about, but nobody does. You have to explain or let him explain. You can't just scream and act like the Tasmanian devil all day.
Because you ain't gonna have time to make these people think I'm the bad with no more.
of course not.
You really didn't say anything bad, Ann.
Listen, it's okay. I don't need, this is my husband. I've been going through some with him. He's not gonna do the nice guy to y'all in front of me no more.
If you want him to stop looking like the nice guy, then stop acting like this. He's literally just sitting there, not saying it. He's not even saying anything. It's not even that he looks like a nice guy. He just looks like somebody who's being bullied by the Blair Witch. How is anyone supposed to look at this and take your side? And then when she starts to yell about cheating and Instagram and this and that, then people are less likely to believe her.
Why don't you tell him why I'm upset?
Yeah,
Why don't you let you talk?
I told them.
You told them what? How you sleep in the living room?
This is amazing. She just keeps saying, let you talk, whatever that means, and then every time he tries to say a word, she interrupts him and just says a bunch of shit. I'm starting to forget what his voice even sounds like. I'm sure Michael is missing the good old days when he could just call into these things from a distance in his own country. I'm pretty sure he used to just turn down the volume and nod the whole time because he knew he wasn't going to get to say anything anyway.
How you haven't your wife in 2 months?
I wonder why.
Let's talk about it. You got all these people out there in the goddamn world thinking I'm a bitch, and I'm a good-hearted mother.
I don't know how you done it, Michael, but you got everybody thinking I'm a bitch. Explain how you did it. Tell him, Michael, tell him. Shut up. You hear this? You hear this?
If I wouldn't be here right now pouring my heart out in front of these people. How you've treated me.
It's okay, Angela.
And I'm not a crier, but there's only so much I can take.
Yeah, Michael, stop doing what you're doing. Stop sitting there and looking so happy. Angela is over here pouring her heart out, and it's like you don't even care. I feel like it doesn't really count as pouring your heart out if you sound like a rabid gremlin.
Go home.
Will you calm down?
Go home. I'm not gonna be a Chantel and a Pedro and a Muhammad.
Guys, sorry, hold. We have to go to set.
You do what you want.
I love how Michael just tells Angela to calm down. Like, that has a -% success rate at this point. Nobody has even asked her any questions yet. They haven't even started the tell-all. They all just walked in and sat down. And I feel like this is how it went the last time she was on it, too. If Michael was just using Angela to get to America, then at this point, I say just let him stay. They can get a divorce, and he can start his own life and just move past this. Like, I wouldn't wish this upon my worst enemies. Oh, God. Do you remember these two were gonna have a child at one point as well? Like, with Angela's half an egg that she had left? Imagine how bad that would have been. So anyway, Angela storms out after Michael said exactly nothing, and then she continues with her meltdown later on that night. She's playing pool with Manuel and Liz's new boyfriend, and she's wondering why Michael doesn't want to spend time with her. Like, every time he gets near you, you just start screaming.
You see how he ignores me?
He's in the kitchen.
It doesn't matter. Do you understand? He's making everyone think, oh, you're such a nice guy.
So Lauren comes up with the brilliant idea of telling Michael to go in and say something nice to Angela, like, you know, for him to tell her that he loves her and that he's happy to be here, which might work on some people, but she's clearly underestimating Angela. I thought her confidence in this plan was pretty hilarious. She's like, you know, I should be a therapist. Yeah, okay, if only it were that easy. This backfires pretty much before it even starts. Like, it's a mistake to have him even approach her. Also, just ignore this right here.
You just have to keep trying, honey.
No,
Go
stop
do a
trying.
cheers and just say, like, whisper in her ear, thank you, and I love you, and give her a kiss.
Does she think he's never tried this before? Like, there's no winning here. With the level of hatred that she displays towards him, there's no repairing that. That's not getting better. She doesn't want him to go up and say sweet and nice things to her. She wants to destroy him. In the movie King Kong or Godzilla, would you go running up to the giant monster and try to say that you love him? Would you try to climb up on top of Godzilla and give him a peck on the cheek and tell him that you're sorry? Or would you just run for your life? What would you do?
Trust is everything. And honesty.
Gonna check.
I'm just gonna stand here and freakishly stalk.
Yeah, having a conversation about.
And I am
Oh, here we go
in
again.
here, and I've been nice because I don't want to run these people's mother party.
She acts like she hasn't already ruined everybody's night long ago. I don't even understand what she wants him to do at this point. Like, she clearly is unable to even be around him. I'm pretty sure the main reason that she stayed married with him these last few years is just to gather evidence and prove that he's been cheating and lying and using her. At this point, their relationship has more in common with a sting operation than an actual marriage. There are earthworms that form deeper bonds with each other than these two. As soon as Angela starts yelling, it cuts to Lauren and she's like, oh God, what have I done?
You're in big. I give you an inch, you take a mile. This is what you do. You go around making everybody think you're a nice guy. Listen, I don't care who you talk to. Why don't you ever pay attention to your wife? I'm playing with a good-looking man.
What the hell does that have to do with anything? She is so wrapped up in all of this like toxicity and jealousy that she can't stop thinking about it. She's saying that he's supposed to be upset or he's supposed to care that she's in the other room playing pool with two guys that are in relationships with people that are also in the house. I don't think anybody would ever be concerned about you cheating in this situation. Like, everybody is terrified of you. Nobody wants to get near you. I'm honestly surprised that anybody let her hold the pool cue, quite frankly.
Another good-looking man, and you don't even give a
I am paying attention to.
Say
That's
you're
why.
smiling?
That is
Get
why.
the out of here.
That's why I came
Get
here.
the out of here. I was trying to be nice, not to ruin people's.
When did she try being nice? When did that happen? Do I have amnesia? She was just complaining that he wasn't spending time with her, and then as soon as he walks over, she screams at him and tells him to get the F out of here. I think she will complain about anything he does at this point because she clearly doesn't want to spend time with him, so why complain about that?
Angela, I'm sorry, but please. Honey.
Right now, Kobe's trying to calm her down with the exact same method as Michael.
Angela.
No, this is what he does. He goes around making everyone think he's a nice guy.
get it.
We're not okay.
Earlier, she said that she hates tell-alls and she doesn't want to be another Chantel or Danielle or Muhammad or whatever. And then she proceeded to spend the entire tell-all making herself the center of attention. I think this really is Angela in her most vile form, and that's saying a lot. Like, we've seen Angela for years on this show. You know how much time I've spent watching Angela and editing Angela? It's actually probably not good.
Don't get in my. Do not get in my. I done told you don't get in my. Man.
Oh my god, look how quickly everybody's taking all the possible weapons away. They took the pool cue away. Literally the second she set that thing down, Manuel swooped in like he'd been waiting to do that for a while. And they're like, you know what, let's just get rid of everything. Get rid of all of it. That's some very quick thinking on their part. They may have saved a lot of lives.
Now I'm the nicest bitch in this house.
Alright, I could be wrong here. You know, it's just a bit of a hunch, but I don't think that she's the nicest person in that house, or the nicest bitch in that house, sorry. It's crazy that if Michael were with just a normal person, everybody would be roasting him right now, like he would be the villain. He actually kind of lucked out in a way. Maybe that's why he doesn't lose his patience, because Angela's just making herself into the villain.
This is my husband. I brought him here. None of y'all brought him. None of you knew him. He goes around and y'all think I'm this fast is crazy.
She's complaining that other people are getting into her business. She's like, this is my marriage. This is my husband. All right, then don't make a giant scene in front of everybody. Then there's no choice but for them to talk about it. And what's with her always proclaiming that Michael is her husband? Like, what does that do? That nobody's disputing that. Nobody has ever been denying that. So next, everybody separates them and they try to calm down Angela, and they have to calm down Michael too, because, you know, he was just out of control. Things are finally calming down again. Big Ed is able to get through to her because Big Ed and Angela have always had a very strong connection. It's really a shame when there's two soulmates and they're just right in front of each other's face, but they won't get together. But as I was saying, things things seem to be getting better, and then Angela spots Michael from across the room, and it just starts over again, like the same thing again.
He's just having
Don't
fun.
listen, you piece of Keep smiling, mother. Keep smiling, you fraudulent mother.
Michael can't do anything. He can't smile. He can't be away from Angela. He also can't be near Angela. He can't explain himself. He can't be polite to anyone. He can't have a good time. He can't be nice to Angela, but he also can't be mean to Angela. At this point, I feel like she just wants to put him in a little jar and just scream at him all day and then put him back in her pocket until she's ready to get him out and scream at him again.
I'm gonna break your heart.
I am not scamming you. I've told you many times. It is the only
Shut
person
up.
you want me to talk to.
Yeah, shut up. Go easy.
Qué locura en esta casa, ¿no?
Oye,
¿Qué se está pasando?
I know this goes without saying, but if they are this bad on the show, can you imagine what it's like in Angela's house with all those kids and Angela's daughter, Skyla? That house honestly sounds like a complete nightmare. It's super messy all the time. I'm sure it constantly smells like cigarettes. If there's an open container of anything, doesn't matter what it is, it becomes an ashtray after 30 seconds. The amount of times Michael has probably poured himself some tea just to come back later and find it filled with ash because Angela thought it was another one of her ashtrays, I'm sure it's countless at this point.
All women are stupid, you said, right? Did you tell the women that you were nice to? Did you tell these beautiful women how you told my daughters?
It's my opinion. I said my
Did you
opinion.
tell my daughters all women are stupid?
So what do you expect me to?
Bitch.
Oh no, run, Michael. So it sounds like Michael does admit to saying that, which obviously isn't good, but I don't think that really gives anybody the right to unleash this upon him. They have so much hatred for each other. I think their hatred is so strong. It's like stronger than some people's love for each other. Why don't they just get a divorce at this point? It can't be hard to move on now. Like, what are they gonna have heartbreak over this? Are they gonna sit up all night thinking about all the good times they had? Their best memory, like the pinnacle of their relationship, involved a pair of Donald Trump underwear.
So what is it?
Let me tell you something. You better get your ass and get your.
said
You
my
want us to get
opinion.
fucked? Duck up. Duck up. Duck up.
She ran up there and got in his face and told him to back up. What sense does that make? This is probably the most terrifying Angela moment. Like, I seriously expected her to do something violent.
Get your there now.
Shut the up, girl. Shut the up.
I said my opinion.
Get
So
your
what?
get out of my house. This is my house.
Apparently this is Angela's house now. She's the alpha. The second I heard that, I would definitely get out of there. It's incredible that she thinks she has the authority to throw Michael out. Like, imagine if the security came over and they took Michael and threw him out instead of her.
Oh, she's coming.
Oh no, Ashley, what are you doing?
I said my opinion. So what is it?
All right, there you go. That was Michael and Angela's part of the tell-all so far. I'm sure that was very informative. I'm sorry for putting everybody through this, but if it makes you feel any better, there's still more. Hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time.
Where is Michael? You see how he ignores me? Do you understand? This is what he does.